I'm continuing with the letters to my nephew in celebration of February as the month of love. Kobe, my dear nephew, my last conversation with you left me laughing and shaking my head. You began by asking, Uncle, why are women like that? You said you decided to celebrate Val's Day with Akua just to please her. You said she had been harassing you for over 2 weeks over the Val Day celebration. So to keep her from putting further pressure on you, you committed to attending one of the many events in Accra with her on Saturday, 14th February. You said the program was advertised to start at 7 p.m. and Akua had suggested that you set off from home at 6:15 to give you ample time to be at the venue by 6:50 with 10 minutes to spare. You said at 2 p.m., Akua picked your car and drove off to the salon to do her hair. She promised to be back by 5 o'clock. You were ready by 5, but Akua had not returned. You called her line, and she said she'll be home soon. That soon turned out to be 6:30, 15 minutes past the takeoff time she had suggested. You said she explained that from the salon, she had to pass by her seamstress's place to pick her dress. She said she tried it on and realized that it needed some adjustments, and she knew that if she did not sit on the seamstress, the adjustments would not be done. So, although she was not going to use that dress on Saturday, but on the next day, Sunday, she decided to let her presence put pressure on the seamstress to get the work done. By your own admission, you were seething with anger, but the drama was just beginning. Akua then went to the bath to take a quick shower, and that took another 30 minutes. You said, Uncle, I know my wife. She can take a shower in 5 minutes. So you do not understand why, knowing you guys were running late, she still took so much time in the shower. You said at one point, you went into the bathroom to check what was keeping her there that long, and discovered that instead of a quick shower, she was actually taking a bubble bath. You said, Uncle, at that point I lost it, but I still restrained myself because I did not want to mess the evening up for us. According to you, she explained that she was taking the bubble bath because the attitude of her seamstress had stressed her up, and bubble baths relaxed her. Eventually, instead of 6:15, you guys set off at 8:20 p.m. You said you were fuming and almost decided to cancel the date, but again, you stayed cool. You said you tried to make up for lost time by stepping a little harder on the accelerator. You said the straw that broke the camel's back was that Akua, who was the cause of your lateness, had the audacity to ask you, why are you driving so recklessly? You said you lost it. By your own admission, you got a bit nasty with her. You told her off. According to you, the mood in the car and for the rest of the evening was poisoned. Akua's body language, according to you, was hard and cold. She refused to speak to you. Then you got to the venue and you said you could swear that she was much slower than usual on purpose, just to get on your nerves, just to irritate you. You said she took more than 5 minutes pretending to be tying her shoes, and another 3 minutes checking her makeup, and another 2 minutes getting out of the car. And then according to you, she walked like a bride walking down the aisle. Then you said you asked her to walk a bit faster, and she said you could go ahead. She would come by herself later, and then slowed her walk even more. By now, it was 9 p.m., almost 3 hours later than the original time of arrival, and 2 clear hours later than the advertised time for the event. But you said you played it cool and waited for her, only to get to the gates of the event to discover that the program, which was built to start at 7 p.m., had not even started yet. But you said the point is not that the event was late. The point is that Akua disrespected me in not keeping to the time the two of us had agreed to be working with. And you said she rather was upset with you Hence your question, Uncle, tell me, why are women like that? Well, Kobe, my dear nephew, which was more important to you on the day, the event or a nice evening with your woman? I believe all you wanted on Saturday was to give her a nice to make her happy. And if that was the case, why were you mad that she was late? She was the important factor in this, and she was with you. Why was it no longer about her, but about getting to the event on time? Don't get me wrong, I believe in being on time. As you know, I never start a show late. But on a date, the important thing is not the event, but the woman with whom you are going on the date. Kobe, your problem is the problem of most men your age. You are too impatient with the women in your lives because you do not realize that men and women live in two different realities. Let's say this Val event that you talked about, for example. You did not have to go to a hairdresser or to a barber and spend hours there. She went, not because it was optional, but because it was critical for the date. Can you understand that? At any rate, are you aware that she spent all that time at the hairdressers because she wanted to look her best for you? Unfortunately, I messed up the time, but you were her focus all the time. Let me ask you this. When she got home with her hair done,